Good morning. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is January 30th. Welcome to Just for Today, a time of eclectic reading, conversation, discussion, sharing of ideas, meditation, and prayer. This morning I reached over into my pile, and what called to me was this little box of cards, the Life Liftoff cards by Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. And it's a whole bunch of cards in here. And what I do is just open it up, and wherever it drops open to, that's the one I select. And this morning's card is titled Grow Deep Roots to Harvest Rich Fruit. And here's the reading. There's a reading on the inside. Here's the reading that goes with that. The more deeply you are rooted in your identity as an individualized emanation of the spirit of life, the more you will be able to sway during the inevitable winds of change without losing your center. When your roots run deep, you cannot help but bear the fruit of the Spirit. This trust is your compass for navigating through your life as a spiritual being having a human incarnation. That's pretty powerful. Uh, just noticed that the wrong microphone was selected, so let me read that again. The more deeply you are rooted in your identity as an individualized emanation of the spirit of life, the more you will be able to sway during the inevitable winds of change without losing your center. When your roots run deep, you cannot help but bear the fruit of the Spirit. This trust is your compass for navigating through your life as a spiritual being having a human incarnation. I think that's pretty perfect for right now. It's pretty perfect for any time, really. And right now, in this human incarnation, I think many of us are challenged. And I think the biggest challenge is that we, in our human experience, have an opportunity to go deeper into our spiritual roots, which will heal our human creation of division and divisiveness. Yeah. Because we are having a human experience, and I think we're supposed to have a human experience. For me, to say anything less than that is to say that creation made a mistake in how it created humanity. And it stops me from fully embracing my journey of self discovery, the spiritual self. And so understanding that my identity is an individualized emanation of the spirit of life, not separate from it, but that emanation that the spirit of life is literally expressing itself individualized as this person that I call Rafe. Um, it's a lot for my brain to wrap itself around, and yet it resonates so deeply that I know that it's true. And it's that unity, that inseparable connection it is healing for all of us. I see we have one person joined. Welcome. I just finished with the reading, but hey, you know what? You're here, so let me read it one more time. Whoop, and nope, now you're gone. Okay. So I'm going to go into our time of meditation. It's interesting doing this online stuff because you just never know what's really happening on the other side. So I'm going to move us into our time of meditation. We do a short 5 minute meditation, just a time to go inward. And then I will close us out with an affirmative prayer, also known as a spiritual mind treatment. Here we go. One power, one intelligence, one substance. This one is self existent, meaning it was never created out of something else. That it is what has always existed. And it creates out of itself. It is infinite. And so it is never used up, no matter how much it creates. It is everywhere present because there is nowhere else but this one. Expressing in multiplicity everything, formed and unformed, visible and invisible, is this one emanating, expressing itself individualized. And so nothing is separate from it. It is simply the thing itself expressing. This is what I call creation. This is what I call myself. This is what I call all life. And so as I recognize the inextricable connectedness of every diverse expression of it, I equally recognize that I am that all life is that what is true of me is true of everything and everybody. That the infinite intelligence of life itself is my intelligence, is operating in, through, and as me. That this power of expression, of using consciousness, which is the birthright of every expression of it, because we are it in form, born of it, made of it, here to express and reveal it. So I claim and affirm that all the activity of life is this one expressing. And I recognize that in this reality of free will, that we as individualized expressions of it can and often choose to express out of alignment with the truth of our being. Choose to express in discord. And even the word choice misleads my brain. And so I recognize that choice is both conscious and unconscious. Both empowered to manifest. And so I recognize that this physical realm, this world that I live in, this life that I experience and participate in, and the life that others experience as me, is a perfect, clear, impeccable reflection of the beliefs held in mind, held in thought, held in conscious and unconscious beliefs, generational beliefs. And that the activity of law perfectly mirrors back to itself what is being believed into it, what is being moved into being. So I claim and affirm that the individualized I am open, undefended, courageous, meeting with clarity, and knowing that within me is the power to shift. That there is no other to change, but simply beliefs to change, lies to neutralize, lies that cannot be neutralized by thinking of the lie. So I deepen my roots, I deepen my identity as an individualized emanation of the spirit of life, as the substance of life. I deepen my awareness and understanding that all life is an individualized emanation of the spirit of life. I allow that to inform, I allow that to guide, I allow that to produce the fruit that is in alignment with the tree. I speak a word of compassion and caring for all impacted by anything that is out of alignment, by the unfolding of this physical life that includes the physical death. And yet, that which we are, the essence of us, never dies. And so I embrace the both and I lean into bringing forth the compassion and care and tenderness of this human experience that holds the human pain of loss while knowing the spiritual truth of eternality. Refuse I claim and affirm that we, as individualized expressions of life, are awakening to the truth of being. That as I know the truth, that I am emanation. I know that all is. That as we each know the truth of beingness, of one, of wholeness, of the completeness of creation itself, just that quickly do we know every emanation of it. And that all unkind behavior is neutralized by kindness. That the very idea of power over is neutralized by the understanding, experience, and reality of unity. that hatred is neutralized by the reality of love. And that there is a human uprising that supports the human experience in kindness and tenderness and love and gentleness. That the activity of accusation is neutralized by curiosity. That the very idea of victimhood is neutralized by an awareness of the inherent value, the equal value of all creation. Grateful. Grateful for this triune-natured beingness and the activity of it that I know as law. Law that simply responds. Law that is impersonal. Law that simply produces with laser accuracy that which is moved into it. Reflecting back to itself, its own thought, its own belief, its own activity. And so knowing that it is already done, its spirit is never bound by this human construct of time and place, form or function. I know that it is done now. And this is where I drop into this activity of faith, the belief in things not seen, the evidence of things hoped for, made manifest. And I remember. And so remembering that it works exactly the way it has always worked, I can let go. That spirit, love, God, whatever name I use, is fully present, is fully active, is all there is, and is unfolding exactly as we, its expression, awaken it within us. Knowing that the harmonious operation of one is already here, already active, already expressing. I let go of any resistance to seeing it, to feeling it, to being it. I let go. And as life says yes to me, I say yes to life, one and the same. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.